Hi folks, welcome to the first video from Tony and Lorcan. Today I have my good friend Lorcan who's behind the camera, and we're going to try some new dishes.
What are we going to do today, Tony?
Well, it's a little bit of Thai food, and it's a bit ad hoc, but it's the sort of thing that you would get in a restaurant. And I have here all the ingredients, and just let me show you some of them. I have a rice vinegar, I have soy sauce, I've got a sweet chili, and then I've got my favourites. These are green Thai curry sauce and a red Thai curry sauce. Jasmine rice, there's the packet there. I've used about 2 of these for 2 people because he and I are going to have a little bit of dinner later on. And I've rinsed the rice off to get rid of the extra starch that's on it. And we also have some noodles. So we're going to begin.
So everything you've listed there is something I don't have in my fridge. So
you don't? Okay, but I'll tell you, if you go, I've actually just come back from Dublin City this morning. I went to the Chinese supermarket up there and I bought all that stuff. It's a fraction of the cost it will be in your supermarkets. I have to make sure I don't mention any, but the supermarkets, and I'll tell you, they'll last you a long, long time. And this is going to be a very tasty meal. It's going to cost you less than it would do if you went up to the local takeaway. And something else, at least you know everything that's gone into it. No big chunks of onion to give you indigestion like old people like me later on. It's going to be all good stuff that you can easily eat, enjoy and digest.
That was a long list of ingredients.
We're
going to put it on the website.
We're going to have it on the website. We're going to have the recipes as well.
Let's get cooking.
Okay, let's move. First thing I have is I've got some chicken breasts. I kept those in the fridge to keep them nice and safe. And I bought those from the local butcher. I'm going to cut those into nice thin strips.
How many chicken breasts are we using?
Well, this is going to be 4. You could make this for 2, you could make it for 4 people, all depends on how hungry are you though, Lorcan? Oh. Are you very hungry?
Yeah, ravenous.
Okay, ravenous, right. There's lots here.
Well, this all looks very easy so far.
Even you can manage this.
I can do this bit.
You can. Well, why aren't you here in front of the camera doing this?
Because you're just better at it.
You'll say anything for a free meal, you will do. Right, now the chicken is ready. This is the chicken that we have for the satay. I'm going to start off. I need to cut a little bit of onion off for that. And a little bit of red onion. I have from the garden, believe it or not. Lots grown in the garden I have. I'm just going to cut that up.
So this is really fresh.
It's small, nice. It is, very fresh it is.
And I presume it's organic.
As organic as you can get, me old buddy. A little bit of oil in there, and we'll start off.
That's olive oil, I take it?
No, this is just a cheap vegetable oil.
Okay.
No, you don't. Olive oil will be a waste of something like this. In goes the chicken. All right. Give that a little bit of a stir up. And we throw some onion in. This is quite fast. Now this is called galanga. This is Thai ginger, and I'm just going to put a little bit. You see this part here, this part of this, the grater. I'm going to use that. I'm just going to rub a little bit in like so.
Already.
This garlic I peeled this morning, and I'm just going to rub it like so. This is the best way of doing garlic. At least you don't get big chunks. Right, that goes in like that. I have a little bit of red pepper I'm going to throw in, just to get a little bit of colour. You can use chilies in this, but me, at my age, I don't want to do too much to the digestion. So
you're cutting out all the
I'm removing the pips and the pip. Okay.
And what happens if you eat some of the seeds?
Nothing really.
Are they fiery?
No, this is only a capsicum. This is just a pepper that you get. There's no hotness in it. You know, we throw that in like so. Now you might say I haven't added any of the flavouring, the seasonings yet. This is just a basic mixture, but I will do in a second. I have here some coconut milk. I'm going to pour that in like that.
And of course, if we can't find one of these oriental shops, we can buy that in our local supermarket.
You can buy the soup if you have to, alright? Now I'm going to throw that in like so.
So that milk is still cold, you're just adding this in?
No, the milk starts to warm up quite quickly. I've had the pan on,
okay.
And all we're going to do is now just going to cook that. I'm going to do a little bit of red Thai curry sauce.
Smells fantastic.
About half a spoonful of that. In that goes like so. And we'll get some peanut in there as well. About 2 of these.
That's just peanut butter, is it?
Peanut butter, that's all.
Okay.
Right, and we just put that in, and I'll gently simmer that now. That's anyway. That next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get the rice on. A little bit of salted water, and the rinsed jasmine rice has gone in. That's the satay chicken is on. I'm going to do the green Thai curry next. For that, this time I'm going to use the end of the scallion or spring onion.
I'm always confused about just how much of the green part you use.
Well, the rest of this, I'm not going to waste any of it, but what I'm going to do is going to put this in the rice when the rice is cooked. The rice will take around about 10 minutes. That dish only took about 3 or 4 minutes. And it goes like that.
What was that? That was just more oil?
That's just more oil, and it's a cheap and cheerful oil. Mix that around like so. A bit more garlic in this now. You can add other things. You can add bok choy to this, you can add broccoli to it, but I've made it quite simple, you know. These are dishes, you can see, in the time that take you to get yourself together, decide what you want to do, go down to the takeaway and all this stuff. This stuff will be cooked and it's all fresh. It hasn't been lying around, and this is one of the worries I have about these restaurants, you know, how long the food's been hanging around and what the conditions are that's been held in. I'm going to throw some mushrooms into this as well.
I really wish we had smell-o-vision because it absolutely smells fantastic.
Yeah. Well, you try it later on, buddy. Right, stir the rice 2 or 3 times. See, look. Can you take that nice and close and have a look?
Only just tilt that pan towards me again so I can have a look at it. Now, just hold it steady there for a second. Oh yes, yes, lovely.
Okay, and this one, this is the satay chicken. So, let's get on with the green Thai. This is my green Thai curry sauce. Paste 1 spoonful of that in there. It is quite hot, it's quite pungent, and it all depends on you, how you like it. Do you like it nice and hot? Do you like it, it will be very spicy. What cools it down is actually the coconut milk. Alright, that goes in next. I have got this sweet chilli. Now I'm going to use it in the noodles, but if you want to, you can add it to the satay chicken to make it even spicier. Put that to the back. And here we have this one. Okay, I'm going to stick a little bit of my spring onion in. Coriander, some fresh coriander, which I'm going to throw in. Here we go, about half of it. The other half is for the rice. Even the stalks.
Could you just move the handle of the wok out of the way, Tony? We can't see them.
Okay.
That's great, thank you.
Can you see now?
Perfectly.
I mean, that goes like
so. There's just a wall of aromas wafting over me.
Right, now I'm going to swap this and put in this one because I need a wok for the noodles. Okay, the rice is done, and you can see what I've done is I've got one of these little Chinese steamers, and I've got some paper in the bottom. I've put the rice in there and I'm going to leave it like that. That'll keep it warm till we're ready to use. You can also put it on the table and it looks quite trendy.
It's just another thing I don't have.
What's that?
The steamer.
You don't have a steamer?
Not like that.
Only about 4 or 5 euros, something so cheap, so simple. I'm going to get this coriander here, and I'm just going to chop it roughly, and along with the tops of the spring onion. Right, so it's spring onion and it's coriander. Now, a little bit of this gives a nice sort of tangy flavour to the rice. And that is now ready. That's ready, that's ready. Just the last thing, which is actually the noodles. Okay. Bit of oil goes in. And I'm just trying to make it so that I don't want to burn this, but I'll just throw this in. A little bit of garlic this is. A little bit of galanga.
Galanga like ginger.
It's ginger. It's Oriental ginger. Okay, and then got the noodles. Any more? Are you not?
No, it's loads.
Okay.
Unless you're eating as well.
No, oh no, of course not. No. Alright, we're going to add a little bit more coconut to that. Coconut milk. You can buy the cans of coconut milk. I actually bought a nice big one because I knew we were doing an awful lot of cooking today. Right. In goes the soy sauce. A good healthy bit in there. Just heating these through. This will do about 4 people, as you can see. A little bit more in there. You can add a bit more coriander to that. Now I've got these here, some bean sprouts. I'll just throw in to the noodles just to bulk it out, give it a little bit more flavour and give it more authenticity, right? So in here you have the sweet chilli, you have the soya, you have a bit of garlic, a bit of ginger, you've got the bean shoots, which will be nice and fresh and nice and crunchy, quite different, you know, and that's ready now. All I'm going to do is get the plates.
Glad I didn't eat before I came along here. Fantastic.
Okay, done.
Well, Tony, you just made it look so easy. Okay, Tony. I've waited long enough.
Right, here we go. Now here's the last dish. So, you have the noodles, you have the lovely rice, steaming rice, you have green Thai curry, and you have the satay chicken. Let's enjoy.
Let's go. Thank you, Tony.
Okay,
For real.